Hello everyone, this is Robin. Thanks so much for signing up for Still Scenes online class. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And thank you so much again for being with me here in my pink loft in my craft studio. All right, I'm going to tell you everything that you should have received and also that you should have to be able to complete these projects. You should have received the Still Scenes bundle, the domes, snow globe shaker domes, and the snowflake sequin. You'll also need the balmy blue ink pad and a black ink pad. In your class pack of materials, you should also have in your pink package, your class packet of materials. We'll go ahead and open this up. And this is going to be a fun shaker card class. These domes are perfect for creating your own shaker cards and they coordinate perfectly with the die set. Okay, so this is everything that you should have received. Please keep this all in order. I have it all in the order of the projects as we make them. At the very top, I have 6 Whisper White envelopes for you. You can stamp these up to coordinate with the 6 cards in the class. You'll be making 2 each of 3 designs, and I'll just be making 1 each. So remember that you'll be able to make 2 of the card designs that I share with you. Now, if you're very careful, we have a tiny little heart punch somewhere in there. I don't want it to fall out. If you're careful, you can pull out the supply list. It's at the very bottom of the class materials pack, and it's above the chipboard. This has everything that was used to make these classes. This is all of the cuts and the sizes. And there is one discrepancy on the supply list. And instead of, let me see which one. Okay, it is on the Season's Greetings card with the crumb cake. We did not use the winter knit folder. I used the corrugated folder. So that's the only discrepancy. I realized it after I had printed everybody's packet and packaged everything up. So I wasn't going to do that all again. All right, so we will start with the card on the top. And this has a Whisper White card base. So when you lift this up, you'll see the 2 little hearts floating around. Be very careful. They don't fall on the floor or anywhere else. Now for this one, we're going to need the May Christmas fill your heart and home. May the timeless message of Christmas fill your heart and home. That one is right here, the big long one. And we're going to be doing a little bit of background stamping. Let me grab, I have a background sheet here and it has some of my other projects I've been stamping this week. Okay, first, I need a block for this. I'm going to use a size E block. Put that right on there. And I'll tell you what you should have of each. You should have, let's start at the top this time. You'll have 1 piece of the braided linen, and we're going to cut it in half, so half will go on one and half will go on the other. You're going to have 1 of the Whisper White, and you're going to have 1 of the crumb cake right here, soft suede, shaded spruce. So you'll have 1 of each of both of those, and then you'll have 2 each of the Whisper White thick basic black, and then the one that I embossed with the wood plank right there. Okay, so let's do some of our stamping first and set that aside over there. Okay, I'm going to take the Real Red piece of cardstock and I'm going to grab my background stamp, set everything else kind of aside, and we're going to stamp right on this even though it's been embossed. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to make sure that it's not upside down, okay? And we're going to ink this up. And we're just going to have this be across the background. And I'm going to start it in a different spot. Mine, I have it at an angle. You can do yours at an angle. It's just a little bit of an angle. I'm doing this one backwards. And this is just a fun little technique to add some texture to the background. Okay, now we're going to take this piece here, and we are just going to be using May Christmas Fill Your Heart and Home. So we are going to stamp these. We're going to be cutting these, and let me look at how I did this. We're going to be stamping them at an angle. Fill your heart and home. We don't even need the bottom. So we're just going to use the top and the second row. So it's okay if some of this goes on the, usually I give you a ton of cardstock. For some reason, for this card alone, you just have the right amount, the perfect amount. And if you make a mistake, you can flip it over. So that's all the stamping that we're doing for this card. And you can go ahead and put in the background stamp away for now. We're just going to take some scissors. And remember, one is for one card and one is for the other. Now we're going to take May Christmas. So we're going to just be kind of hand cutting some of this. So let me grab the May Christmas and just hand cut around this. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So we're gonna have the May, and then the rest will go in the trash. Christmas, fill your heart and home. So we're going to be using fill your heart and home. We'll use this whole entire row right here. Just kind of making it, it's going to look very homemade. Cut this one out first, and then we'll cut the Christmas out right after. I'm having a little bit of hand-eye coordination problems there. Okay. Fill your heart and home. For some reason, I'm not able to get around it that way. All right. Okay. And then just take the Christmas. And maybe you all have a Hallmark movie on in the background. Maybe you've watched all of them. Did you guys watch them all in November? I think I only watched a couple of them so far this year. I love Christmas movies. We watched Muppets Christmas Carol yesterday with the boys. It was really fun. Okay, so I have these cut out, and we'll set these aside. And now it's time to get ready to make the shaker card. We're going to be pulling out our die cut machine. I'm going to be knocking everything over. And for this one, we're going to be using a lot of the dies that, well, not a lot of them. We're going to be using the deer. Oh, there is one more stamp we're going to do in a minute. We need this one here. We need the trees, and of course we need the globe shape. That is now on my floor. Okay, and I think those are the only ones we need for this one. We'll be using a lot of these on the other cards. Okay, let me do one more stamp for you all. So I'm going to grab the black again, and we're going to grab the stamp that has the detail right here. Grab that one. Okay, and then we're going to be stamping that on the crumb cake. So grab the crumb cake cardstock, and I'll kind of just do it off to the side so I don't have to move my big shot. Okay, and I'll just stamp it right here. I gave you an extra large piece, but not of the white, just of the other colors in this class, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and pull this up here, and I'm going to start cutting. We'll have this on here and put the frame lid around, and then we'll go ahead and do the deer next. I gave you a lot of extra. That's good. Good to know. All right, and the deer, you just need one for each. I'll go ahead and run these through. Okay. And set that aside. And I'm done with that. Put that in my pile. And then I'm done with this one now. And we have the deer. There you go. Put that on there. And where are my dies? Oh, they're over here. I want to make sure that I have everything in its place today. Okay, so now we're going to take the shaded spruce and we'll do the trees for this one. I'll put this kind of up high because we're also going to take the card. This is going to be the first layer, the top layer for the card. Put it on here. Make sure the words are going the right direction. And then this is going to be on here, but I want to make sure that I have room for everything else that's going to be on the card. So I want to kind of line this up. Yep. That'll have plenty of room right here. And I will just run these through and knock over my tripod in the process. This may be an extra long video tutorial today. This class is going to take a little more time, I can tell. So hope you have your favorite snack today, your favorite drink. I'm gonna go get my favorite soda drink in just a little bit today too. All right, so let me grab that. It is time to do our first shaker card. There are 2 shaker cards in this class, and I can go ahead and start layering some of these things up. I'm going to fold the card base in half, and I'm going to go ahead and layer the black, or add the black layer using our snail adhesive. I'm going to add that on here. Okay, now that's all I'm adding for right now. Let's see here. How am I doing the rest? Okay. These ones. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive in just a second. We're going to take our domes out. So it's time to get your domes out. And these are self-adhesive, which is great. Should be super easy. And they're just amazing. These went on back order I don't know how many times in the process of this catalog already. They're a popular item, that's for sure. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the adhesive off this side first. I just like to use and they come off easy. I just like to use just a little paper piercer. Okay, there we go. Now I think I'm just going to lay this flat and then carefully put this over the top of it and then press it down. And there we go. There's our first globe. It's in there. It's ready to go. Now we can take some. How about we use glue dots? It's probably easiest if did I do this backwards? Okay. I probably should have put the thing, okay. We might have to do it upside down. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. All right, let's see here. We're going to take some glue dots and let's add our deer in here. So I'm going to add glue dots to the front bottom. I'll just add 2. And then I will just carefully, I'm going to lift up this little lip here. I know it looks a little bit finicky, but it's really not that bad. Okay. I'll go ahead and just lift that off. I probably didn't even need to use glue dots for the first one. We'll have the deer here. And then let's go ahead and add the trees behind the deer. And we'll go ahead and add some glue dots as well. those behind the deer. Okay, now I'm going to add some adhesive on the back of that. Okay, so now let's open up our sequin shaker stuff, and we're going to add it in here. Just add as much as you want, or as little. Probably just a little is enough. Mine got all, there we go. Probably should have taken that off after, if that's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, put this all in here. Little snowflakes and your stars. Don't poke yourself. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to all 4 sides. Are you guys having a good chuckle? Well, I am, that's for sure. And here we go. Now, normally what I would suggest is having a small piece of cardstock first on here and putting this on here. And I should have cut that for you guys already. Oh, you know what? If you have a background piece of paper, go ahead and do that. Just cut it so it's small enough and put it through, like, just put it on top of that. It should be black, so never mind, don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna do this. Okay. I'm going to carefully put this on here. You guys, I know this is not the ideal way, but it's gonna work. I have a feeling, and it did, ha ha ha. Okay, so I just kind of lined the bottom up first. I did it, ta-da! We're not done with the card yet, but there is the little shaker. Okay, great. It just took a little bit of flip, and I'm sure I did that wrong, but there's many ways to get the same results. Thankfully, right? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let's pop this part up with some dimensionals. I'll just use 3 right here. Isn't this so fun? Okay, and I'll put that right here. So it just looks like it's on a snow globe. There we go. And now we're going to take our sentiment, and these are best added with glue dots. I'm just gonna have these kind of go across here. I'm just laying them on there so I can see how I want them first. All right, so I'm going to take a glue dot, just add this on the May. Okay, and whoops, put a couple on Christmas, and Merry Christmas. Fill your hearts. Okay. How far is that going to go? It's going to go right here. Okay. There we go. And this can be a long class, isn't it? It took me a long time to do this one card. Okay. There we go. We're not done yet. Phew. We are almost done with this card. So cute. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add a bow on your linen. I love this braided linen. I love this rustic look, and I love that it's neutral and it goes with so many different types of projects. Doesn't have to be a rustic project. It can be any kind. Okay, so I'm going to cut it about right there to that size, and then just trim these off. And we're going to I'm going to throw everything on the ground today. In today's video, I will be throwing everything in my office on the floor. I hope you love it. Okay, I'm going to add this right at the top. Okay, I didn't want the glue dot to show. Just push it back a little bit. Perfect. Okay, we are done with card number 1. How did you guys do? I hope you enjoyed it. It's time to move on to card number 2. Okay, let's move on to card number 2. Go ahead and grab my stack right here. And that's going to be this one with the crumb cake card base. So just lift everything up. This will be for the last card over here. Okay, so for this one, we should have 2 of everything on here, except for we'll have 1/4 sheet of the Whisper White. So we'll go ahead and put this into 2 of each, and then 1/4 sheet of Whisper White, 2 of the stitch circles. Oh, we'll have 1 of the white stitch circle. Sorry, this one we're going to be cutting in half. And then you'll have 2 of the white and 2 hearts. Okay. 2 of hearts, 2 hearts that beat. Okay, sorry. You knew it was coming. I hadn't sung in this video yet for you. All right, let's start with our stamping. We are going to be stamping the house with the tree. And then we're also going to be stamping Season's Greetings. And the Season's Greetings, no, actually, yes, we are stamping Season's Greetings. We're going to be using the Balmy Blue. So grab your Balmy Blue ink pad and get that ready. And that's going to be off to the right-hand side of the strip of white. So I'll open my Balmy Blue. And I'll stamp this right here. All the way to the side. And then you can put that together. And then now I am going to take the black. And we're going to grab the trees. Where are my trees? Oh, we need the Balmy one more time in just a second. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to grab this. And then we'll go ahead and stamp that right on a little piece of the white right there. And let's grab our Balmy Blue again. And we're going to be using this little background right here. So grab your background piece of paper. And we're going to grab our Balmy Blue circle. I think I lost the heart. There it is. Okay, don't want to lose that. It's itty bitty. All right. I have this little piece here and a little block. And I'm just going to stamp snow back here. So just stamp this, and that's so fun. I love making my own background paper. That's actually what got me into stamping in the first place, was knowing that I could make background paper for my scrapbooking, because I was a big scrapbooker. So I'm just going to do all of this. All right. And if you have a paper trimmer, pull it out now. If you don't, that's okay. You can just use scissors. But you're going to cut just a little bit off the bottom. But I'll show you if you have a paper trimmer. I'm going to grab, this is the brand new paper trimmer from Stampin' Up. Only $25. It's quite the steal. So you're only going to use about 1 inch or less than 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch from each side. But so 1 for each card. You only need about that much. Just a little tiny bit. And so now I'm going to take some adhesive. Where did I put that? It's in my hand. I was looking for a different one that I had out earlier. That's what I meant. I'm going to have this go right on the bottom here. It's just going to give me some snow. So fun is, how fun is that? Try to clean up as I go over here. Okay, so now let's grab the framelit that goes around the house. And pull that one out if I can. All right. And I'm going to put that around the house right here. And then we'll run that through. And now we can start putting this cute card together. Grab this. There we go. Ready? Poop. I mean boop. I didn't say poop. Poop. I meant to say boop. All right, now let's grab this heart. And this heart is going to go right on the house. Right here above the door. So you can use a glue dot. So I'm going to grab a glue dot. Or you can have, if you have a mini dimensional, you can pop it up with that. Okay, glue dot. Right there, we've got the beautiful red heart. And now we will take some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to add probably just maybe 3. Maybe I'll do a 4th right here. And I'll just do a 5th. I didn't mean to use that many. It's just at an odd angle. It's shaped a little odd for these to make sure it's nice and solid. And now I'm going to put this right here, just on the snow. Isn't that fun? Okay, fold your piece of crumb cake cardstock in half. Okay, now we're going to put adhesive all the way around all 4 sides on the back of your real red embossed cardstock. And I always go really slow on the corrugated because sometimes it catches and then it pulls the cardstock up. And some of these might be a little bit, sometimes this folder does tear it a little bit, but it's totally fine. It's the corrugated look. Okay, and put this on here. And give it a massage and kind of fold it so it doesn't pop off. Make sure this is the right size, and it is. Let's go ahead and put adhesive all over the back of this. And this is going to go right here from side to side. Now we're going to take the circle and we're going to pop it up. I'm just using 3. That makes sense. I'm using 3 on something that's very large, and I'm using 5 on a small piece because I make a lot of sense sometimes, don't I? All right, I'm just going to put that right here, a little bit above the season's greetings. Kind of goes right over. And there we go. There is beautiful card number 2 using this fantastic bundle. Now let's get to our last one, and our last one is a shaker card. It's got a lot of sparkle bling. This one was fun to cut and prep. It was very shiny, and I love that. Okay, so first I'm going to take, let's see, we have 2 of everything except for we'll have a 1/4 sheet of the Whisper White. So we're going to have 2 of the Balmy Blue card base, and then 2 of the Sparkle Glimmer, 2 of the silver, and then 2 of this size of the Sparkle Glimmer, and then you'll have the little white. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the Season's Greetings. This is the only stamp in the whole card. It's right here. Season's Greetings with the Balmy Blue. Make sure I say the right color here. That's going to fit right on there. There we go. I'm going to flip that over. There's 2 sides to every cardstock in case you're not happy with how the first one looked. And then you have to commit to the second one. So there it is. It's perfect enough. It's good enough. All right, so this one we have a lot of die cut work. Now you can use, since this is the only one that you'll need for both cards, I'll go ahead and just cut it in half so we can remember. Now we can use everything. Let's see here. Okay, I need to see what I'm going to be cutting here. This can go over here. This is going to be cut. This is going to be cut as well. All right, so the dies that we need for this, I'm using the trees. Whoops. Where we go? The trees. I'm going to be using this here. And we're also using this one. And then we're using the church. And then the little church houses. And I think that, and then we'll use this. We do need that. Okay. I think I got them all, but I'm not quite sure. Clean this one out. All right, what are we going to start with first? Let's go ahead and do our silver. Okay. We're going to do the silver. These can both just fit right on here. Run them through. And it's so pretty. Look at that. So gorgeous. Just pop them out. I usually just use my finger or our stylus tool, our paper piercing tool. or I use the take your pick tool. Okay, just get all the pieces out. Probably would have been faster to grab my take your pick tool, but that's okay. I'm already almost done now. Okay, here we go. All right. Put that in here. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this together while it's right here. And this one is going to go right on top of that like that to give it this look. And I'm going to use some of our multi-purpose glue. Just, whoops, I don't want too much on it. I realized that on a project I did a little too much on one. That's way too much, Robin. Let me get my background paper. There we go. It just wants to come out a lot. Okay, put little drops, dots. And here we go. I'm going to turn this over and put this on here. Just hold it down for a second. And there we go. I can set that aside. And now we'll go ahead and start cutting everything else. So we're going to cut the trees. Did I already say that? Okay, yes. I think I pulled out the trees. We're going to cut the trees with this piece of white. I'm not sure where I just had them in my hand. They're right in front of me. Okay. We're going to do this. Put the trees on that. And let's see here. That's going to go up there. And now we can go ahead and, for this piece, I'm trying to make them both work on here. And I can do it. This one is going to have 2 of these houses. So we'll do one first and then one church here. They'll both fit. And then run those through. I'm going to do the one with the sparkle twice. Like that, okay? And now I have the trees ready to go. Have them out of here. Okay, I've got my trees ready. Put my die away, and then I need to run this one through one more time. The house, or the building. I'll run this one through. I still have a lot of the sparkle left. Take the back out of this here. Okay, I got my church. So pretty. And I'll go ahead and run this through. I'm going to go forward and back twice. 1, 2. And that one popped out earlier, really super easy. Get this one out too. And, oh, we do have one more left. Okay, oh, that doesn't really cut. Those are just like an impression. Yes. All right, one more to cut. We're going to be making another shaker card with this one. And let me see how we're going to, I think this one goes like this. Goes like this. And this will go across like this. Okay, so I got to make sure that we have room. Got to make sure. Okay, I want that one right there. Stop sticking to my finger. All right, that's going to go there. And I figured out, since the first card, a better way to do it. And a lot of you probably already know that I did the first one probably the hard way to do a shaker card. I'm going to do this one better, I promise. All right. Oh, I don't need to do that many times, but that's okay. I did. And you can keep that for your scraps. And here we go. Now what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and stick the dome in here you remember how we did that last time? Okay. Let me grab this one. Is this the right side? Let me make sure. No, that was not the right side. Okay. I'm going to peel this off. It's actually pretty easy once you do it, once you get it going. Okay, I'm going to lay this down here. I'm going to put this on here. I love these. These are so amazing, you guys. So amazing. All right, let's fold our piece of balmy blue paper, cardstock. I called it paper. I never do that. In half. I'll go ahead and layer up the town, what we're putting in here first. So it's going to look like, I'm going to do this before I put this on here. This is going to go on this side. This is going to go on this side. And then the church is just going to go in the middle like that. Okay? So we'll go ahead and I might just put adhesive on the bottom of this because we're not going to really see the bottom of this anyway. Let's put some adhesive and we'll get some of it put down on here. Okay, so I'm going to put this building first. I might pull it up a little bit. Or do I want it down? Or do I want it down? I'll have it down. I want it right here. Okay, so many decisions. And then I'll put this one right here. Okay, now they're all taken care of, and I'm going to go ahead and put glue dots where they're going to stick in the dome. Like that. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get the glue dots. I just use my fingernail sometimes. Just put the glue dots down. 1, 2, and then the third one over here. Okay, now we can go ahead and put this in our little window without we don't want the glue dots showing, so I'm gonna make sure that's down. Okay, ta-da. And now, here is the trick. We're going to find out where we want this. There might not be any trick, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of this just right on this paper. Just right up here, okay? That's all. Just a, you don't need a ton. More will probably come out on your table, on your fingers anyway. And then we're going to peel off the backing of this. Oh, I should have done that first. Were you guys yelling that to me? That's all right. It still is going to work. See, I'm going to make it work. I'm just going to take it off like that. And I'm going to put this back on like that. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to add some adhesive. And let's just do a lot of adhesive and do it also on your tree and all that stuff. Okay, pull your church back. Okay, I'm going to set this right on here. Okay. And we're not done yet. It looks kind of weird right now. There we go. Now we have our shaker stuff in there. Nice. Nicely done in there. Isn't that so fun? Snow globe. All right. Now we're going to put this down here, and this is going to be right in here. This will break it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just, I'm not going to raise this up. I'm going to raise up the sentiment. I'm going to use glue dots because it's going on top of glimmer. And anytime you're using the glimmer or putting something on top of the glimmer, glue dots work the absolute best. And I would say in my opinion, but it's actually just true. It's a known fact. They work the best. All right. And so where did I say? I'm going to put that about right here. And we have a beautiful snow globe card for someone very special, because this is a very special card. And I'll put these on here like that. Take the backings off. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glue dots so they stay on the glimmer as well. Even though we've done the dimensionals, just put the glue dots on top of the dimensionals. All right, we'll put this right here. Let's Season's greetings. There we go. And there is our last card from our Still Scenes online class. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for signing up. And have a wonderful day. I hope you have a great holiday season. And I hope to see you in an upcoming class soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.